Well, I don't know if this is going live. It won't let me press public for some reason or another. It will not let me press public. And I don't know why. Edit. 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 Oh, it's telling me visibility private. Right, public. Done. Right, maybe. Maybe now it's letting me go public. I don't know. I've been trying for ages. It's kept letting me come on, but not go public. So here goes. Let's see whether anybody joins me or they don't. Oh, this is great, isn't it? Oh, it has. It's let me go. I've been having trouble, Nathan. It wouldn't let me go public. It kept telling me I was private. Oh, that's why it's took me so long to get on here tonight. I'm getting there, Esther. The weather's not been bad. I managed to dry some washing today. The stomach is kind of settling down. That's why there's been no videos. Yeah, it kept telling me I was private. Well, I know I'm private, but it kept telling me I was private on here. And every time I tried to press public, it was all greyed out. And it wouldn't let me press it. And I thought, oh, this is great. This is great. Anyway, eventually, it let me press it. I've got other dogs tonight, so anything can happen. They've gone to a 40th birthday party. So I'm in doggy. I'm looking for me chickens. I've got 2 chickens in here somewhere. Well, not real ones, obviously. 2 little chickens in here. Well, I thought I had 2. I've got 2, yeah. Got chickens. Chickens. I've nearly finished a blue cardigan for a baby, but I'm up to the band bit and I can't be concentrating on doing buttonholes. Chickens. Look, chickens. Got little tail feathers. They're a bit squashy chickens, aren't they? Their beaks are a bit flattened, but there they are. Chickens. Chickens. I managed to get some safety eyes when I went to the market on Thursday. Managed to get some, so now I don't have to use buttons anymore. I'm leaving these with button eyes because I can't be bothered. But there they go. It's a lady called, oh gosh, what's she called? She got a video anyway on how to make them. I'll tell you in a moment. Tell you in a minute. What she's called. Granny Square Chickens, what's she called? Sweet Softies, she's called, for the chickens. Sweet Softies. If you want to make any, they're dead easy, just 2 granny squares. I mean, the most difficulty I find is putting eyes on them. And if you hold them that way, their eyes don't. You know, I don't do things with faces. Well, it tells me I've got 10 people in, but there's only 2 people said hello to me so far. So everybody else wishes to remain silent for some unknown reason. Never mind. I'm sure they'll all say hello eventually. Chick, 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 chicken, lay a little egg for me. Chick, 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 chicken, I want one for my tea. I haven't had an egg since Easter, and now it's 3:30. So chick, 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 chicken, lay a little egg for me. Well, that's just put the rest of the people off now. Hiya, Panda. 14 people, 5 thumbs up. Nobody saying a word, only 3 of you. Oh, sad day, sad day. There's me Trying to do my knitting, looking after the doggies, doing my best to get here for 9 o'clock. Yeah. Hi. You just got on. Oh, well, I'll let you off then, Gillian. I've been trying to get on for blooming ages. You kept telling me I was private and not public. You know me, I like to be public. Right, I've got some lemon wool. I've used some of it, so I'm just hoping I'll have enough for this little baby cardigan. I'm trying to use oddments up, if you wonder what I'm doing. That's why I was doing chickens. Chicken. Right, cast on 27 stitches. I will do that. Now, I've nearly finished a blue cardigan. But as I said, I was up to the button band and I can't concentrate on spacing buttons out while I'm talking. Yeah. I now got 15 people on, 5 thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4 people saying hello to me. I'm feeling neglected. 17 people on, but only 5 people saying hello to me. I am feeling neglected. And I've even put my light on, see, for you all. I've even put my light on. Well, if you don't want to talk to me. Nobody wants to talk to me, Gillian, Amanda, Nathan and Esther. You're all on your own, you've got me to yourselves. All alone to be alone. All alone am I. Oh, another advert. For cricket's sake, I wish I'd get paid for these adverts. It's annoying everybody, but I'm not getting paid. Yeah, I've got me doggies here, so they may be barking. I will warn you all. I've just given them a little bonio each, and so they've settled down to sleep. They've been out for a wee, so hopefully we'll get a couple of hours without any interruptions. But one never knows, because I don't know whether they've been out for a walk today or not. Come on, 16 people and only 5 thumbs up. Somebody is slacking. Probably the 5 people that are in here talking to me have given me a thumbs up, but the others are just lurking. Lurkio. That reminds me of the royal family. I don't mean the Queen. I mean the royal family that used to come on the TV with Caroline Aherne. The dad, Jim, used to call his son Lurkio. Not quite sure why, but he called him Lurkio. I've got to yarn off. That's a good start to the day. I haven't even cast it on. Hi, Trudy. Gillian, those chickens are just 2 granny squares. The hardest bit I found was like sewing them up in the right direction and putting the eyes on. But she's very good. She tells you everything you need to know on the video. She tells you everything you need to know. But they're dead easy to do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. Oh, I got carried away. I put 3 too many on. Hi, Lizzie. Put 3 too many stitches on. Got carried away with my little self. Oh, no, I've got carried away with my little self. I've still got 2 too many. Hi, Ethan. Hi, I'm trying to cast on a baby cardigan. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. I've still got 1 too many, 27. I can't count tonight. Can't count. Well, my stomach's settled down a bit. Yeah, that's why there's been no videos this week. I do not like videos where people whine from start to finish, going, oh, I'm not very well, oh, I'm feeling ill, oh, I'm this. So I didn't make any. It's hard to put a video out going, hi, everybody, when your stomach's going, you know. So I decided I would leave it until I felt a bit better. Yeah. So at least my stomach settled down. So you've got me today. And I've got me injections again for another month. Thank goodness. So hopefully I won't get any more side effects. I think I've weathered the storm. So flipping maddening having to have these side effects because, you know, I can't get me injections. God, I sound like a drug addict, don't I? Can't get me injections. Right, knit 5, purl 1, knit 1, repeat to the end. Yeah, right, here we go. I can do that bit. She said, hopefully. Just been asked. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Sorry about your glass exploding. She bought a glass and it's exploded. I've done that with Pyrex and it doesn't half make a bang. Frightens the life out of you. Yeah. She had a drinking, I think it was a drinking glass explode. It's scary when that happens. It's shock, I think, when it goes boom. You're not expecting it. If you drop it, you're expecting it, aren't you? But if it just explodes on you, you know, you're just not. It could have been worse, Sean. It could have had your liquor in it, but you don't drink really, do you? So it's a good job he wasn't holding it at the time. I know you got a little cut, but it's a good job he wasn't holding it. Can you imagine it might have gone in his face or anything? You should write a letter. Hi, Seaside. No, you're not late now. I was late coming on. It kept telling me I was private. It wouldn't let me go public. So it took me about 6 or 8 minutes to get on tonight. I was not very happy. Hi, Connie. You can listen away. I'm doing some bits. I've just cast it on, yeah. IKEA's no. Oh, I want some compensation. Tell him it narrowly missed your eye. And you're going to make a YouTube video all about it. It could have been really dangerous if he had it in bed, couldn't it? He was drinking his bedtime milk or something. Could have been, yeah. Could have been really disastrous. I was quiet today. I was reading. And it was a very strange book. Well, it was 2 books, actually. By Maeve Binchy. I don't know whether you've read. She does them in like chapters with people's names on. You know, you just get into it and then it goes like Sophia, then it's a bit about that, then it goes Ladia, then there's a bit about that. I prefer a story like, you know, start to finish. Not like different stories all kind of. I mean, I could see where she's coming from. They were all like children who were in the same school, but I found it difficult to sort of keep up with it, if you know what I mean. Maybe I wasn't concentrating enough. Maybe I wasn't. Right, to the last 5 stitches. 2, 4, 5. Which is purl 1 and knit 4. So how is everybody? What are you all doing tonight? Are you sewing, crocheting, eating, cooking, lying on the sofa chilling? What are you doing? Sitting in the sun? 3rd and 4th rows as the 1st and 2nd. I can do that bit. I can do that. It's not taxing my brain too much. Here's a job. I can do that. I've got my heat pad on at the moment. You're crocheting lace for your curtains. Is that just the edging of a curtain? Or is it a whole curtain? Yeah, this was a strange book, this one, Seaside. It was like I said, it came under headings with people's names. Each chapter was a different person. You quit adulting for the evening. Why, have you put him in bed? Has he gone to sleepy bows, or is that just hoping for it? About 6 inches wide. My friend's been crocheting a curtain for ages with like a peacock on it, but she's not finished it yet. Yeah. You've called it a day from stash sorting. Well, if you ever get bored, Claire, you know where you can come. I've got a shed full that needs sorting, yeah. What am I doing with this? One. What is going on? You've got the peacock girl, have you? She's about halfway through it, I think. What are you doing, Janet? I'm not concentrating, obviously, am I? Not concentrating. Hot, dry wind. Oh boy, did we have some rain the other night. Whoa, it hammered it down. Absolutely. My friend, she takes painkillers and that. I said to her, boy, didn't it hammer down last night? She said, I don't know, I was asleep. I said, how the heck could you sleep through that? I said, it was literally bashing the window in. It was that loud. She said, oh, I didn't hear it. You mean stomach-wise? Yes-ish. It's took me, 4 weeks? But I have got my next lot of injections, so hopefully things will calm down a bit. We've had some sun this week. We've actually had some sunshine. We've also had some rain, but I mean, it was nice today. I managed to dry some washing, so that was good. Yeah, that was good. Can we have some thumbs in the air, please? 33 people, 17 thumbs. Means such a lot to me because it helps to raise my profile. And as you know, I get paid pennies, even though you're having to endure all these adverts. So it would be nice to raise my profile a tad, yeah. You know, we say like and subscribe and tell all your friends. I presume you've got friends. You're not like Billy No Mates like me. Well, I'm not quite Billy No Mates, but... Ooh. Yeah, I've got the dogs tonight, so anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm making a very elderly pattern. I think that baby's probably a granddad by now. And I did hear that that baby was actually a boy, even though it's dressed in a dress. On which a buttonhole is worked. Right. I'm ready for this. Knit 2, wool forward, knit 2 together. Why have you got... Oh, you silly so-and-so. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. How you doing? Did you enjoy your bagpipes the other day? I should explain, Linda is up in Scotland and she likes going to watch Scottish bands and bagpipes and things like that. I do like bagpipes, but I like them a little further away. I'm not dead keen when they're right there. They're a bit loud when they get right in front of you. I don't mind them when they're marching past me in a parade, you know. You had the ultrasound, they found a gallstone. Well, I've not heard anything. So I had to go to the doctor the other day because I was collecting my prescription. So I said, I've not heard anything. So the receptionist looks and she said, oh, we've had nothing back. You need to contact the hospital. Of course, by the time I got home, the hospital would have been shut, so I'll have to wait on Monday. But 3 weeks later, they've not told me doctor anything. What do they do? Do you know, I seem to be that kind of person whose notes always go missing. Or when I'm due an appointment, it never arrives. You know, I just have that kind of either face or name or whatever. Yeah. You came home from the bagpipe competition. I don't mind them if they're not too loud and I'm not too close, Linda. I quite like them from a distance, you know. But they are a bit wee when you get close, a bit too close to them. It's like brass bands. I love brass bands, but I don't like being in the same room as them. When they go, and your eardrums go, but they used to have brass band concerts when I was a young girl. They used to have them in the park. And I used to like sitting further back in the park, you know. Oh, YouTube do pay me, Claire, but they pay me a pittance. You know, I'm not one of the high earners. Apparently, you have to be very dedicated and you have to make videos every single day and you have to make a lot of effort, which, as you know, I'm lazy. I don't. And every time you don't make a video, what little bit of money that you did make goes down and down and down, which is a bit rough, isn't it? You know, 1 minute it tells you you've earned, say, £20, and then you don't make a video for 6 or 7 days, and then you look again and it's £8. You know, I think that's a bit rough. That they actually take it off you when you've earned it, yeah. Right, 7th to the 10th row. Repeat the first and second rows twice, so that's 4 rows, isn't it? Yeah, I need some organisation. I'm terrible, really. I really cannot organise myself. But my back, I know I said I wasn't going to whinge. My back kills me. It took me, even pegging the washing out on the rotary dryer, I have to sit. I peg one thing out, sit down. Peg 2 things out, sit down. Oh, you know, gone are the days where I could go around the whole line pegging stuff out. But now I keep having to have a sit down. It's pathetic. And I get, we were talking about this, me and my mate, the other day. I get so angry with myself. It's like when I go in the shed, I'm going to tidy this shed up. I'm going to do this. I'll do all this section. I'll pull it off and I'll tidy it. And I go in there and I do about 3 pieces of anything. And then I have to sit down. And I think, I could burst into tears. I really could. And I get so cross. You know, it's like learning to accept that you can't do things is the hardest thing. You've got to take the glasses. Yes, swear a lot, I wouldn't know. I'd ask for my money back off IKEA, or IKEA, as they keep calling it on the telly. What we get, IKEA and Tamu. I mean, what are going on? It's IKEA and it's Timu. Ugh. Oh, YouTube are very stingy. They take 33% of anything you earn anyway. You know, they don't pay you that much. Obviously, I'm not one of the big people with loads and loads of... I have lots of subscribers, which I'm very, very grateful for. But sadly, they don't watch my videos. And it goes not only on your subscribers, it also goes on how many views you get, which I'm sadly lacking in, actually. Hi, Shad, just give me a minute. I've dropped a stitch. Just let me pick my stitch up and I'll show you my necklace. Clever Clogs, he's just dropped a stitch. This necklace was admired yesterday by the lady in the health centre. She said, oh, what a pretty necklace. Where did you get it from? I said, eBay. Second-hand queen she is. Man, I have splashed out on a new pair of trainers from Pavers, but they are in the sale. I went with my niece looking at things, but I'm not paying £60 for a pair of trainers. If I was a jogger or a runner or I walked a lot, then, you know, a pair of comfy shoes is essential, isn't it? But I wanted a pair of trainers. I wanted something more middle of the road. I didn't want the cheap ones off the market. You know, the ones that sweat your feet. But I couldn't justify paying £60-odd for a pair of trainers. Not when you barely walk, like I barely walk, yeah. Anyway, I've ordered a pair in the sale. So hopefully they'll be okay when they arrive. So we shall see. I've asked one of my American friends if she can find me a crochet hook, you know, Susan Bates. A 3mm. I found one on Etsy. £4 for the crochet hook. I thought, yeah, that's great. Till we got to the postage. You're not going to believe the postage for one crochet hook. £17.07. I thought, you are joking. £3 or £4 I can understand, but £17 for one crochet hook. Come on, it doesn't weigh much. Fits in an envelope. I thought you were taking the persistence there. But there was nowhere else in England I could get a Susan Bates with a wooden handle or a soft handle, cushion handle. When you've got arthritis, you have to do these things, you see. I could find a 275, I could find a 32. 101F, it's 19C here, whatever that is, Shad. I've put my big cardigan on because I had a little cardigan on before, a little velvet thin cardigan, and I was cold. So I put one of my thick cardigans on. Because when I went outside with the dogs to let them have their wee-wee before I started, I thought, oh, a bit chilly out here. Trees were blowing every which way. Thought, time to put your big cardi on. If you can hear any grunting, I'm sorry. It's Trixabelle. She's on my recliner, sleeping, but she's grunting or snoring. I'm not quite sure which. But as long as she's peaceful, I don't care. She's had her tea. She's had a bonio. So let's hope peace reigns. Hey. And I've got my heat pad on my back. I'm sure you wanted to know that, didn't you? But I thought I'd just tell you. If Chris was here, he would understand. I usually have the one that I warm up in the microwave, but today I've got one that plug in. Did you see my chickens? Look at my chickens. In honour of Granny Square Day. Chick, 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 chicken. Chicka, 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 chicken. 2 granny squares sewn together with eyes, a comb, a beak, and little tail feathers. Yeah. That was why I wanted a 3mm crochet hook. I couldn't find one, so I had to use a 325, which made my granny squares a little bit looser than it should be. I'm hoping that the stuffing doesn't poke out the holes. Anyway, I managed to get some eyes. These are buttons, but I managed to get some safety eyes while I was on the market on Thursday. We called in the market. They're dead easy, Nathan. Dead easy. Just 2 granny squares. Just the way you stitch them up that makes the chicken's bum, or whatever you want to call it. I usually don't like fiddling things. You know I can't do things with faces. But I did manage to do eyes. But I had to stitch them on because I didn't have any safety eyes yet. But they're not for babies, so we're safe. My friend wants me to make a couple, but she doesn't want them for her granddaughter, thankfully. She wants them for a friend who keeps chickens. I said, oh, don't give them your granddaughter. Well, she is 3. But I still wouldn't want to be responsible for anybody, anything happening to a child if it swallowed it or something. Oh dear. Mind you, when we was kids, we never had things like safety eyes and stuff. We just, I don't know, we had lead paint on our toys, didn't we? We had lead paint on our cots and things. We had little bits and pieces. But nobody ever said, don't eat this or don't suck it or don't do this. Your parents told you. And you weren't stupid enough to put things in your mouth. Although I did swallow, I had a tiny doll that was only about that big once. And it had a little dummy that was about 1/8 of an inch long. And I did actually swallow that. I didn't tell my mum, though, because, it weren't worth bothering about, were it? I presume it went all the way through, I presume. Right. But apart from that, I never, well, there were no such thing as Lego when I was a kid. But I never shoved Lego up my nose or, hiya, Joe. Shad said it's 101 and you saying it's 106. Is it a competition? It's 19C here, so. Well, you're looking at a catalogue. What are you going to buy me? Do you know my size? Just kidding. I'm not a beggar. You know that of me. I don't beg for things like some folk do. If I ask for anything, I always want to pay, yeah. You've got ice water in your... I didn't know there was such a thing as an emotional support cup. I've got a glass, but thankfully not like Shan. Shan's just had one shatter. A glass shatter everywhere. Luckily, it wasn't the little one that was holding it. One of IKEA's, or IKEA's, yeah. I found it, Jill, on Etsy. And it was £4 for the hook. And as I was saying, it was £17 and 7p for the postage. Now, I'm not being mean, but I thought that was a bit excessive. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not that big, are they, the crochet hooks? Even with the handles, they're not that big. To be £17 for postage. Purl to the last 4 stitches. Where was it being shipped from America? It was coming from America to England and they wanted £17 7p for postage. I mean, you've seen the size of crochet hooks, haven't you? Even ones with a little handle. I cannot understand how they get £17 from. You could have posted a cardigan near enough for that. Repeat these 2 rows twice more. Yeah, I saw it and it was £4 something. Oh, great. I can get one. Yeah, way. Till I got to the postage and I thought, no. I'm not tight, but that was just no. It was a tiny little crochet hook, a 3mm crochet hook. Oh. I can get, in England, I can get a 325, I can get a 275, but I can't get a 3mm. I've had them in the past. It's, I don't know whether it's a D or whether it's an F. I don't know. I've got a 3mm hook, but it's got a blob on the end, and I can only use an inline hook. And I think Susan Bates is the only one that does an inline hook. I have got 3mm hooks, but I'm struggling. I don't know why I can't. I used to crochet all the time with the other kind of hooks, and now I can't. All I can use is Susan Bates. It's weird, isn't it? I've got so used to using them. Furls, are you sure they're inline? Ephraim sent me a furls, but it was a big, thick one, but it had a whopping heavy handle. It was a black handle, a furls one, but oh my god, it was heavy. Whether they're not as heavy when they get smaller, I don't know. Oh, I'll get it. Oh. Oh. I still keep it because it was a present. It's like I keep the one I got from Doris Chan. Oh, she was on Facebook. She'd crocheted all. She's into amateur dramatics. That's the one that Doris Chan sent me. She sent me a Etimo rose, but it's got the blob. I can't crochet. That's what I call a blob. It doesn't go far enough in. Let me find my furls and I'll see. That's the furls that Ephraim sent me. It's it's just kind of half inline, but it's not really inline, but it's very heavy, really heavy. But let me see. That's what I call inline. See how far in it goes. That's an inline. It's funny how you can get some sizes and you can't get them. For a long, long time, I could not get a 450 hook because they can in England, but you can't in America. Certain sizes just don't seem to exist. They jump from one size to another. Weird, isn't it? Because I know there was a lot of people who were saying, like, we're using an English pattern and it says it wants a 7 hook, which is a 450, and we can't get one in America. Hey. I don't like the furls. I can't crochet with them. I don't know, they're heavy to me. You should ask that girl. Hi, Helen. You should ask that girl, what she call that goth woman that gets every furl that comes out. She buys all the sets up, doesn't she? How am I tonight? Well, I've got my heat pad on, so I'm feeling okay. I've got my heat pad on, Chris. Everybody else has got 100 and odd degrees, and I've got a heat pad on. Yellow Furls Odyssey. How much are them? I bet they're a price, aren't they, Nathan? Especially if you have to order them from America. My mate says to me, if it's £17 postage, would it be £17 postage if you ordered 10 and then you could get your money back by selling them on eBay? I said, no, in my luck, I wouldn't get my money back on eBay. Yeah, yeah, I found a 3mm on Etsy, Chris, and they wanted £17 postage to send it me from America. It's just with having arthritis, Seaside, I need one with a handle anymore. No, you won't get them here, Nathan. You'll have to send away from them. I bet you get them if you send on Etsy or somewhere. But you'll have to pay the £17 postage like they wanted for me. I mean, I would have had to pay about £3 postage over here. But 17. 4-piece set on Amazon. Do they have handles or are they just Susan Bates? Or are you answering Nathan there? Yeah, I need them with a handle. I've probably got somewhere an ordinary hook, with just aluminium. I can't hold them anymore. I can't grip them, unless they've got a handle on them. And I've tried putting them little squashy things on, but they don't work for me. Like the squashy handles you buy and thread them onto your hook. And I can't use that. Have you seen the ones with a ball that are supposed to be good for arthritis? It's like having a little golf ball on the end of your hook. Couldn't use one of those. And I can't use the ones that are all carved, the ones that are... And then the ones that people do with all that... What's it called? That... Oh... That thing... Oh, what's it called? That modelling stuff. People make all these handles with all weird blobs and things on, and then they bake it in the oven, don't they? And I'm like, oh... Yeah, that's why I don't... Polymer, that's the one, yeah. Fimo or something, do they call it, yeah. Right, continue in the rib pattern with the garter stitch border. All right, Cass, it's nice of you to pop in before you go to snooze. Working a buttonhole as before on next and following 12th row. Right, okie dokie. Can do that. Well, I can do that if I get my row counter out, because I can't talk and count at the same time. I couldn't use one of them golf ball thingies. Can you imagine holding that on your hand while you were trying to... I mean, I'd seen somebody making a hole in a tennis ball and sticking the hook in that, and I'm thinking, no. I couldn't crochet if my hand was in that position. It would give me cramp. The best I can hope for is a Susan Bates. Right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my row counter. I call it my little frog because it's green, my little frog. It goes slimy. The plasticky ones seem to go. I've never had any trouble, actually. I don't know, it's because I don't wear hand cream. But I know Crochet Rocks has had trouble with hers going sticky, hasn't she? Her, like a plasticky hook. I don't know what kind of hook she uses. Oh, oh, Trixie's just farted. It stinks. Chris, Nathan will understand. This is what my argument is, Seaside. I think that you should be able to try crochet hooks out. It might not be the right size you want, but I think they should let you try before you buy. And they don't. They're always packaged up, aren't they? Yeah, those kind of handles you mean. They go sticky. Oh, I tell you, it's awful, Chris. She can clear a room. Oh, such a little dog. It's such a big smell. She's worse than any man that's been on the beer the night before. Oh, terrible. I've got to sleep with her tonight as well. Ugh. I don't know about wearing... It's a good job I'm wearing my mask, isn't it? I just hope it doesn't go through my system. You know, if it goes into... Because you're breathing air, you're not breathing oxygen. Are they not in line? No, they've got to be in line, otherwise I can't use them. I'm a weirdo, I know. When you know what you like, you know what you like. And when you can use what you like, you know. As I said, the only place I've seen them is on Etsy. And I really don't want to pay £17 postage. I had one once before and I must have lost it. And I think that one came from Germany, but I've not seen it since. It was on eBay. And I think the postage on that was about £5, which, you know, hey, you pay £5, don't you? But I have Googled it everywhere. I come to the conclusion they either don't exist. I'm knitting a little baby cardigan. It's a very, very old pattern. In fact, it's probably older than me. In fact, I knitted it for my son, so it's older than my son. It's just a little baby pattern. I'm just trying to use up bits and bobs that I've got floating around, yeah. Right. On the next and the following 12th row, right. I don't like sewing things up. I'm a scruffy sewer-upper. I really am. It's not one of Sheila's, no. It's older than Sheila. It's SC44. It's Peyton's best-selling. In fact, they still do it. Peyton's best-selling book of all time. And I made it. A K-tail knitter. I've heard of a K-tail knitter. It used to get advertised on the telly, didn't it? I can't remember. Anybody remember what a K-tail knitter is? I know I should. Oh, she's probably got this one, Sheila. Yeah, she will have, because her children are as old as mine, aren't they? Yeah, it was Peyton's SC44. It's a booklet it's got a pram set in it. I've only printed off a couple of pages. It's got a pram set, it's got a dolman cardigan in it. It's got a matinee jacket. My copy, I think, was 9p in the old money. Yeah, she probably has got it. I think every mother going's got it. That's why it was the bestseller of all time. I can't remember. I know I saw it advertised a long time ago. But at the time, I wouldn't have been interested because I had a proper knitting machine. I've got one now in the shed. It wants cleaning and sorting out, but I haven't bothered doing it. I need somewhere to put it up. I have no room in the shed. I can't knit in the shed. A, it's too dark, and B, there's no room. And it would make such a mess if I bring it in here. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to use it. A friend at Knit Club gave it me. I think it's a brother. When I think of the ones I sold before I came here. Yeah, K-Tel was the 70s. They used to do all sorts of things, didn't they? It's a bit like that one they advertise now, when they advertise all these different things on the telly. It used to be K-Tel that did everything, didn't it? From mops to all sorts. Hello, EEB. I'm surviving. My stomach's finally beginning to settle down. I'm beginning to like the world again. I don't know why I'm not the size of a twig, because I'm not eating. Well, I am eating, but the things I fancy to eat are all the wrong things. You've got the button here. Oh, yeah, do you remember that with the plastic things that you pinged your button on? Instead of sewing them on, you put them on with plastic, didn't you, like a little tag? It was meant to be for the guys, wasn't it, that couldn't sew their own buttons on. No, I must admit, I don't think I bought anything from K-Tel. He did all kinds of gadgets. Who does it now? It's a different firm, isn't it? That has all these things they advertise on the telly, don't they? Like defuzzers that cost about 15 quid and you can buy them anywhere else for about a £5. Yeah, JML, that's the one. These mirrors and things that stick on the back of your door and they open up and that. Sort of things that you find in your stocking that your mother thinks is useful, and you're thinking, what on earth was she thinking about when she bought me that? You know, a three-way mirror so you can see the back of your head as well as the front. A lot of people I know could do with one of them. I could as well. I make do with a mirror like that and another mirror at the back is how I make do. And I want to see my back view. I finally taken my jacket to a proper repair lady. You know, the fleece that the dog nibbled. When Trixie was a puppy, she nibbled the middle of my plastic zip on a very, very expensive fleece. If it had been a cheap fleece, I would have thrown it away, but it was a very expensive, really good fleece. Yeah, the one with the broken zipper. I did get a zipper and I put it in, and I couldn't sew it because my sewing machine isn't an industrial one, so it wouldn't sew it. So I finally managed to find the alteration lady open, so I've left it with her. I felt a bit embarrassed because when I pulled it out of the bag, it was covered in dog hair. So I know I'm sorry about that. It was covered in gold dog hair. How embarrassing. I said, I'm sorry about that. I've got a dog. Well, two actually. She said, it's fine. It's okay. I'm used to it. She said, if you knew how many zips I have to put in because puppies have chewed them. She said, puppies have a thing about nylon zips. I said, well, she won't get near this one again. Tell you. She said, well, you've done all the hard work. She said, you've took the old zip out. It was a hard work as well, taking the old zip out. It was that well stitched in. But it's very, very thick fleece, and it's got like about 4 layers. It's got one layer, then another one, and then it's got 2 layers underneath and so the zip's in between 4 layers, I think, of fleece. And it's not cheap fleece, you know, that thin, flimsy fleece. It's the like polar fleece. Who keeps sending me messages? They're all. That's the only place I get any YouTube pings. I get them on my phone sometimes. But the people that I do actually watch, I don't get pings for. I get pings for people I've hardly ever heard of. The ones I don't even think I'm subscribed to. I get pings, such a body's made a new video, and I'm like, not subscribed. Who are they? I don't want to watch somebody's model railway, yeah. And I keep getting tiny house ones as well. I thought, I don't watch tiny houses. I do occasionally when someone sort of catches my eye, but I'm not subscribed to any. Yeah. Hiya, Judy. Hiya, Sina. Hi, everybody. Hope you've given me the thumbs up. Oh, gosh. Trixie is doing a lot of grunting. She's grunting. I didn't want my tea and now I'm hungry. This is what I do. When I start eating my tea, I have a few spoonfuls and then I don't want it anymore. I get full really, really easy. And then 3 hours later, I'm hungry again. And all I've got is a bar of chocolate, which isn't exactly good for me. And I didn't bring any crisps in. Or chips, as you call them in America. I didn't bring any of them in. I don't drink tea at all. So I've not tried Thai or anything. Or even that bubble tea, whatever that bubble tea is, like tapioca stuff. I've not tried that either. Because I don't like the taste of tea at all. I'm very wary of even trying it, ordering it, and then taking a sip and then don't liking it. You could do it a try before you buy, couldn't you? Can I have a sip, please? Just a little spoonful before I buy one. It's like all that biscuit tea and digestive tea and whatever, Jaffa cake tea and stuff. I just don't like the actual taste or the smell of actual tea. It's not the bitterness, it's the actual taste of tea I don't like. I only have to smell tea and I feel sick. I don't know what there is. I used to drink tea as a child. I've tried herbal teas. I've tried peppermint teas. I can drink a very weak peppermint tea. And I can drink green tea in a Chinese restaurant, but I can't drink the green tea that I buy. No, I can't drink milk either. I've tried herbal teas, you know, these raspberry teas and everything. Oh. No. My friend used to laugh at me. She used to say, which tea are you trying this week? Because she knew she'd get the box. I'd get one thing out. And, I mean, when my stomach was off, everybody's going, oh, you need chamomile tea. You need chamomile tea. Oh, that is disgusting. I mean, Kelly used to drink something called sleepy time tea. I didn't. She used to say, do you want me to try a little? No, I don't want to be sick in your lounge. I would just, literally, It got in my mouth. I don't know why. It cannot stay in my mouth. As soon as it hits my mouth and the taste buds, I just throw up. I can't even brew anybody a cup of tea. I know it sounds pathetic, but I cannot. I don't know. It just makes me vomit and it's not nice. Man, I can't drink cow's milk anymore. Oh, I'm going to have to unplug me. I'm getting too hot. I'm getting hot. I never thought I'd say that. I'm getting too hot with me. Let me turn it off. I drank it all my life until I was pregnant with my son. And I didn't know I was pregnant for 3 months, but I should have known because I couldn't drink